Do you ever spend the night lying awake, reliving all of your past mistakes? Or experience panic attacks over things that haven't even occurred yet? That's overthinking and anxiousness, two quiet killers of mental tranquility. According to mental health data from 2025, more than 40% of adults worldwide say they suffer from intrusive thoughts or persistent anxiety. However, a philosophy known as Stoicism existed long before self-help books, therapy apps, or meditation fads, since it provides something timeless: emotional control, clarity, and peace. This ancient Greek and Roman philosophy has subtly made a comeback in contemporary psychology. Today, supported by new research, we'll look at how Stoicism can help you overcome overthinking and anxiety by dominating your ideas rather than running away from them. Number 6. Focus on what you can control. One straightforward, transformative fact is at the core of Stoicism. Accept what you cannot change and control what you can. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus introduced this idea, which is called the dichotomy of control. Some things are in our control and others are not, he stated. This age-old insight is now reflected in modern psychology. According to a 2021 study from Birkbeck University, London, participants in Stoic-based training reported a significant reduction in rumination, one of the main sources of anxiety, and a 15% rise in self-efficacy. Their confidence in handling obstacles. We squander energy and create stress when we become fixated on things that are beyond of our control, such as the past, other people's opinions, or unclear outcomes. Stoicism teaches the mind to distinguish between the uncontrolled outside occurrences, other people's emotions, and the controllable, our decisions, actions, and judgments. Life feels lighter, calmer, and more balanced once you start concentrating on what is actually within your power to affect. Although you have no control over the storm, you do have some power over how you navigate it. Number 5. Practice negative visualization. Building mental immunity. Negative visualization, often known as premeditatio malorum, or the premeditation of evils, is one of the most misinterpreted Stoic exercises. Being prepared is more important than being gloomy. In order to stay composed and unfazed when these situations arose, the Stoics trained envisioning possible setbacks, such as rejection, loss, or failure. This Stoic method was examined in a 2021 study that was published in Cognitive Therapy and Research. Over the course of many weeks, participants engaged in visualization exercises and Stoic journaling. The outcomes were astounding. Individuals displayed a notable gain in resilience and emotional stability, and rumination decreased by up to 18%. This age-old practice is similar to contemporary exposure therapy, which psychologists employ to lower anxiety by having patients practice unpleasant feelings in a secure mental environment. Like emotional armor, negative imagery prevents fear from taking hold of you while not completely removing pain. Therefore, you calmly remind yourself, even if it happens, I'll handle it, rather than worrying, what if? That is the attitude of inner tranquility. Number 4. Live fully in the present moment. The art of anxiety is to live everywhere, but right now. We miss the only moment that really exists, the present, while reliving the past or making predictions about the future. This fact was recognized by the Stoics long before mindfulness became popular. According to Marcus Aurelius, confine yourself to the present. He reminded himself that serenity exists in the now, not in memories or anxieties, when he encountered betrayal, illness, and war. Current data supports this. A 14% decrease in negative emotions, a 10% increase in good emotions, and a 13% improvement in life satisfaction were reported by Modern Stoicism's Stoic Week 2023, in which thousands of people engaged in 7 days of Stoic reflection. Why? Returning to the present moment, concentrating on your breathing, your present activities, and your immediate surroundings is a skill that Stoicism teaches you. When you focus on reality rather than fantasy, overthinking becomes less powerful. Remind yourself, this moment is enough. When your thoughts begin to race, I'm secure at the moment. That's strength, not denial. Number 3, reframe how you interpret events. The truth is that our thoughts about life's occurrences are what cause us to feel worried, not the actual events. When two persons encounter the same setback, they may feel very different emotions. Why? Since reality is shaped by perception. Epictetus once remarked, "What matters is not what happens to you, but how you respond to it." The foundation of cognitive behavioral therapy. CBT, one of the most successful anxiety therapies available today, is what modern psychology refers to as cognitive reframing. According to recent studies using the Stoic attitudes and behaviors scale, those who exhibit strong Stoic thought patterns report reduced anger, lower anxiety, and stronger resilience. Stoicism teaches us to see obstacles as chances for personal development, rather than as penalties. The Stoic asks, "What can I learn from this?" as opposed to, "Why did this happen to me?" Your brain is rewired from victim mode to problem-solving mode by this easy change. While perspective grows on wisdom, anxiety feeds on fear. The Stoic channel their emotions rather than suppressing them. Number 2, strengthen your mind through daily discipline. Stoicism involves constant mental training rather than merely adopting a different way of thinking. We suffer more in our imagination than in reality, Seneca remarked. Additionally, current research supports the idea that an untrained mind is an anxious mind. Participants in the 2022 to 2024 Stoic Mindfulness and Resilience Training Program reported a 13% increase in resilience, a 15% improvement in life satisfaction, and a reduction in impulsive reactions to stress after engaging in Stoic journaling, self-reflection, and value-based routines. Why is discipline important? Because structure is necessary for your brain. You take control of your emotional trajectory when you document your thoughts, wake up with a purpose, and reflect every evening, much like the Stoics did. Discipline becomes your mental armor over time. Mastering emotions is more important than repressing them. You gain insight from Stoic discipline, which allows you to remain calm in the face of chaos. Number 1, accept what you cannot change. Amor fati. At the deepest level of Stoicism lies amor fati, the love of one's fate. It's the art of embracing life exactly as it is, not as we wish it to be. This doesn't mean passive surrender. It means choosing peace in the face of what you can't control. A 2022 study in Springer's Cognitive Therapy Journal found that integrating Stoic acceptance practices into therapy helped patients reduce death anxiety, a core element of generalized anxiety. Acceptance, the researchers found, transforms fear into understanding and panic into perspective. Marcus Aurelius embodied this when he faced plague, war, and loss, yet wrote daily reminders to stay calm and grateful. When you accept reality instead of resisting it, anxiety loses its foundation. You stop asking, "Why me?" and start saying, "This too is part of my path." Acceptance is not weakness, it's emotional wisdom, the recognition that life unfolds as it must, and your peace depends not on control, but on harmony with reality. In the end, Stoicism doesn't promise a life without problems. It offers a mind strong enough to face them. Science now confirms what the ancient Stoics knew, that calmness is a skill, not a gift. By focusing on what you can control, visualizing calmly, staying present, reframing events, practicing discipline, and accepting reality, you build a mind that's unshakable. So, the next time anxiety or overthinking tries to take over, remember, you have the tools of philosophers and the proof of modern science on your side. You can't always choose what happens, but you can always choose how you respond. If this helped you find clarity, subscribe, and share this with someone who needs peace today. Because your calm minds, that's your superpower.